Okay, good evening to you all. Today is our day one of this 3-month data analytics bootcamp. Like I said, this bootcamp will last for 3 months, and today is our day one. We are going to start with to see the outlines. That is what we are to cover for the day. These are our outlines. We're going to have an introduction of the bootcamp. Then we'll have a welcoming address. We'll also talk about definition of some terms, 4 questions data analytics answered, why choosing data analytics career, data analytics journey, data analytics tools, what to expect at the end of the bootcamp. Then we'll have question and answer and conclusion. This is what we are going to discuss today. These are our outlines. So first of all, let me start with the introduction so that I will give the room for the our guest speaker, one of our participants, also to just give us some few words as welcoming address. Then we can go ahead and start the lectures. So this bootcamp is like I told you, is data analytics bootcamp, which we are going to talk about, or you are going to learn about data analytics from, I can say I can't say A to Z, but I can say A to somewhere around X, Y without Z. So you are going to learn a lot in it, and it's going to be, like I said in the group, I posted something there. It's going to be 100% practical. Everything we are going to learn here is going to be a practical on of what we learn. Also, this bootcamp, like I said in what I dropped in the group, please try as much as you can, even if you don't have a laptop, to follow up with whatever we discussed. You can borrow a laptop. You don't need to own a laptop for you to follow us, but at least you need a laptop that will help you to be able to catch up with whatever we're going to do. Don't wait till when it is too heavy on you. You're going to miss the class. There are some of you that we did the data analytics bootcamp with them 1.0, which I believe some of them are here with us also here. So I'm going to maybe give them some few minutes to tell us about their experience in the previous bootcamp, so that those that are new to know that is very serious for them to always take what we did serious and to practice what we did before the next day. Because if we discuss something today, tomorrow is going to be something else. Up till the last day, we are going to have this bootcamp. We already have our outlines. We have our schedule of activities from day one up till the final day where we are going to stop. So every day counts, and every day we are going to have a something new. So this is a brief. We have some things to talk about after the welcoming address. Don't worry, we will talk about that. And I will also give you a room to ask some questions or some clarifications if you have any. If you don't, then after I deliver the lecture, then we can call it a day and we continue from tomorrow. So after saying this, I think I will give the room for one of our participants, which I chose him to just give us a welcoming address of this bootcamp in just 2 to 3 minutes, then we can continue. So our guest speaker is Yahya Muhammad Suleiman. Is going to say a few words. So Yahya, I already asked you to unmute yourself. I don't know if you did, but if you didn't, let me ask you to unmute yourself. So you have the floor now. Please say some few words so that we can continue.
Hello, please, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First and foremost, all praise and thanks are due to Almighty Allah for allowing us to gather here today and embark on this exciting journey in data analytics. I pray that we will all have going to have a successful bootcamp that is filled with knowledge, growth, and accomplishment. I will also like to give a shout out to our tutor, Mr. Ahmad Aminu Ahmad, who happens to be the founder and CEO of Hamad Technology, together with the entire team of Hamad Technology for putting together this fantastic program for the third time. This is an inspiring to see such diverse group with passion for data. Particularly, I would like to warm welcome to our international participants from Somalia and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Their presence has showed the program with the global perspective. Of course, to our participants, I would like to inform them that the road ahead will be challenging but incredibly rewarding at the end. Therefore, to ensure your success, I encourage each and every one of you to actively participate and also to ask questions, and most importantly, to collaborate in order to, embrace the opportunity to learn from each other and to our esteemed instructor, Mr. Ahmad. Congratulations to each and every one of you for taking this important step toward a rewarding career in data analytics. Thank you so much, and I wish each and every one of us a very best. Thank you.
Okay, it's very brief and short and very concise. Thank you so much, Yahya, for this wonderful welcoming address. And I would say the same congratulations to all of us for being here together. And we have no idea what this will yield at the end. So we are going to continue, like I said, after the welcoming address. I'm going to start the class directly. So let's continue. First of all, like I said in our outline, I shown you the outline. We are going to have a definition of some terms. So that's what we are going to discuss about. So uh, in brief, whenever you hear data analytics, what comes to a lot of people's mind is uh, data science. Some people use it as synonymous to data analytics, and some call data analytics as data analysis. So I'm going to give you a definition of this term so that as from today, as you are a student of or you are becoming a data analytics professional, you are going to know or you are going to have a full understanding of what these terms means, so that whenever you hear anybody say something related to that, then you will know that this is what the person referred to, and that this is what these terms mean. So number one is data science. I used to give a very simple example of this data science and data analytics just to differentiate them. Data science is like it's an entire field, science field that dealt with data. And under this field of science that dealt with data, anything that has to do with data, data science is dealing with such. That way, under data science, we can have something like artificial intelligence, we can have something like machine learning, deep learning, data analytics, and others. All this, any field that has to do with data falls under data science. So in my example that I used to give people, I call data science as, I consider it as a faculty. For example, we can say it's just a faculty of education. So that's how I considered data science. So you can say like a faculty of data. So anything that has to do with data, it falls under data science. Whenever you hear data science, someone say data science, it can be anything. It can be artificial intelligence, it can be machine learning, it can be data analytics also. All these are what we can call them as a department under data science. Like I told you, it's like a faculty of education. So under faculty of education, we can have a lot. Education biology, education physics, education chemistry, education what, anything education falls under faculty of education. So anything that has to do with data falls under data science because it's the study or is the science field that dealt with data. So another term that you will be hearing from different people has to do with data analytics. You see, data analytics, data analytics is department under data science. It's like a separate department on its own. Like I told you, Department of Faculty of Education, we might have education biology, education physics, education chemistry. So data analytics falls under that. It's a department on its own. So the whole faculty is data science and the department is data analytics. And this data analytics is a department that involves answering questions generated for better business decision making. So this is what this data analytics is all about. It uses data to answer a question. We'll talk about the 4 questions that data analytics answered, but it's the entire field of data analytics has to do with making an informed decision using data. You have a data, but you use that data, you interpret that data, and you take a decision, or you make a decision based on that data available to you. That's all what this data analytics is all about. So understand this. Like I told you, it has different department. That is, data science has different department. Like I told you, you see, machine learning has to do with training machine, or teaching machine to do what human being can do. So it's just you that train the machine. Okay, machine, please, if I give you this data, just do this, do this. I'm just the one that write a model on that. So I train the machine. I train it to do this for me. So whenever I give it a data, so I want this machine to do this with the data for me. So that's something else under different department. But here under data analytics is you that use the particular data in order for you to answer a particular question or for you to make a decision. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about the 4 questions, and you will see it there. So that's data analytics, and that's the field we are going to discuss about. Another terms that you will be hearing is data analysis. I believe most of you will call this training data analysis. So take note from today, data analysis is a process. Is a process under data analytics. So it's a process on its own. It's just a process that has to do with analyzing of data. So it's not a study on its own. It's just a process, because under these processes that we are going to treat, we are going to talk about data cleaning, data transformation, data entering, data analysis, data visualization, data reporting. All these are processes under data analytics field. That is under data analytics department. So whenever you hear data analysis, what comes to your mind, please take note. It has to do with analyzation of data alone. Is just a process. So please take note on that, and it's something that you need to understand. So another thing, you will be hearing data scientists. So anyone who specialized in data science, any of the data science field can be called a data scientist. Anyone. So if someone specialized in data analytics, he can be a data scientist. If someone specialized in, for example, machine learning, he can be a data scientist. If someone specialized in artificial intelligence, he can be a data scientist, because he specialized in one of the data science field. And that's what this data scientist, whenever you hear data scientist, that's what it entails. So even a data analytics person can be called a data scientist. The last term that I want you to understand right from today is data analyst. So anybody that specializes in data analytics field is the person that is called a data analyst. That's how it is. So it's not someone who specialized in data analysis process that can be called a data analyst. No, it's someone who specialized in data analytics field. And data analytics field has a lot of processes. Like I told you, we'll talk about the processes later. You will see all the journey up till the end. So whenever you specialize in all the journey, right from 1 to Z in the journey, that's when you are a qualified data analyst. So these are the 5 terms that I want you to put at the back of your mind. Whenever you hear this, I want you to understand that this is what this means, what data science means, what data analytics means, what data analysis, what data scientist, and what data analyst means. So please take note on these terms. If you like, you can just write it, or you can just memorize it and understand it fully. So let's move forward. And again, so we are going to talk about the 4 questions that data analytics answered. So this field of data analytics answered only 4 questions. There are 4 questions that this field answered. So whenever you are working with data, please put it at the back of your mind. What are you answering? Sometimes you can be answering 1 question. Sometimes you can be answering 2 questions. Sometimes you can be answering 3. Sometimes you can be answering 4. It depends on what type of analysis are you conducting. What are you doing? Or what are you trying to achieve? So number 1 question that this field answered is what happened? This field answered the question of what happened. That is, when a data is given to you as a data analyst, you can give an overview, an explanation of what exactly happened. So this what happened, for example, let me give you an example. There is a data or a business data was given to, or maybe a sales data was given to you of a particular shop. You can tell what happened in the data. You can tell the person generated so much revenue, the person generated so amount in so month, the person sells so product, the person sells so quantity, the person sells so this, that. You will give a description of what happened based on the data given to you. That's the number 1 question that data analyst answered. Because if the person or the owner of the shop didn't, for example, hired maybe a data analyst to answer that question for him, he cannot tell how much he made. He cannot tell what is his profit. He cannot tell what is his loss. He cannot tell this. He cannot tell that. A data analyst can answer that question to tell the person what happened. And this type of analysis is what is called descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis answered the question of what happened. That's the question that the analysis answered. So understand this right from today. Whenever you are conducting an analysis, what are you trying to achieve, or what are you trying to do? Is it a descriptive analysis? What happened? Then you are to tell. You are to give an overview of what happened within the particular data. Another question that this answered is, why did it happen? Why did it happen? That's the question that this is answering. Data analytics answered. Why did something happen? For example, let's say the person generated a revenue of 200,000, 300,000, or whatever amount. As a data analyst, if a data is given to you, you can tell why that particular person generated so amount of money within a particular month, and why he generated so amount of money within a particular month. For example, let me just give you a clear example. If you saw a shop, for example, an industry or that are selling sugar, and you found out that during a particular month, let's say during February, they generated so amount, or during March, they generated huge revenue during March. Then as a data analyst, you can find out what happened during March that such company generated so much amount of money. Why did that happen? You can find out maybe it's during Ramadan period, fasting period. A lot of people are taking sugar to take their path and whatever. So this is what data analytics is answering always, is to tell why did something happen. So if you have enough data, you have the right data, always you can tell why something happened. So even Nigerian situation, as you are seeing, we are here, a very good data analyst with data can tell why Nigeria is having this tough situation. Why is this tough situation is happening? There is always a time when data when Nigerian data is telling us that, okay, look, Nigeria, you are going to have this, you are going to have this, you are going to have this, we fail to listen, we fail to understand. So why did it happen? This question is falls under diagnostic analysis. Whenever you are conducting a diagnostic analysis, you are answering a question of why did it happen? Why did something happen? So it's another question that data analytics answered. Another question after this, number 3, is what will happen? What will happen? You see, data analytics also answered a question of what will happen in the future. That is, something will happen. With the right data, that data will tell you that, okay, look, in the nearest future or in the future or in so years to come, something can happen or something is going to happen. Data can tell you that. And that's why we have all these predictions that you are seeing. Data analytics can work on that to understand their data and to tell you that, okay, look, in the future, so something will happen based on the trend of the data available with us. And that's why you see, when you have a shop, for example, someone made 20,000 this month, 30,000 next month, 40,000 next month, 50,000 next month. Data analytics can predict. That's why data can predict. Okay, in the 6th month, he's going to make average of so amount, and sometimes it will happen. Then you will be surprised, why did it happen? Why did they predict it and it happened? So what will happen is a question that falls under predictive analysis. Is a predictive analysis. You are predicting that something might happen in the future. This has nothing to do with future telling. It has to do with data. When you have data available to you, when you have information available to you, let me just give you a clear example. There are lots of people that when you know them, you understand them, you've been with them, there are certain questions that once you ask them that question, you know what they give you, you know the answer they are going to give you. How do you know that? Is because you have enough data on such people, and that way you can predict their next move. That way a lot of people can tell you, okay, if I did this, that person will do this. It's because unconsciously you have the data of that person, and you use that data that you have with you, and you predict the next move of that particular person. And that another question that data analytics always answer. That is what will happen. So what will happen? You can only answer that question when you have available data, when you have enough data that tells you more about a particular person, or that tells you more about something that will help you to answer the question, what will happen? So the last question that data analytics answered is what can be done to change the future. So after knowing everything, you diagnose, you know what happened, you know what will happen. Data analytics also will help you to know what can be done to change the future. For example, in a particular state where all the secondary schools scraped social science classes and art classes, they only have science classes. That state, if you look at the data of that state, okay, every SS3 student are writing biology, chemistry, physics, and whatever, also social science classes, science subjects. So the state, definitely what will happen is the state are going to lack in the future. They are going to lack what? They are going to lack lawyers. They are going to lack maybe political scientists. They are going to lack maybe accountants. They are going to lack maybe economists. They are going to lack geographers. They are going to lack a lot of people in social and art science professions. Okay, so you already know what is happening, because what you already know what will happen in the future, because this particular state doesn't have social science level in their high schools. Okay, so what can be done to change the future? So what are you going to do? So as a data analytics, you are going to suggest, you can suggest what will happen in order for that particular state to avoid being a victim, or to avoid having less people in these professions that I mentioned, maybe lawyers, maybe accountants and others. So what can be done? What are you going to do? Okay, you can suggest maybe there needs to be this, there is need for this, there is need for that, there is need for this. You are to suggest a lot of measures that will be taken in order for that particular state. I'm just giving you an example in order for that particular state to prevent that from happening. So these are the 4 questions that data analytics answered, and you also as a professional and someone an expert in data analytics, these are the 4 questions that you will be able to answer with data. Whenever a data is given to you, you are going to answer any or all of these questions with that data that is given to you. So get ready. At the end of this bootcamp, we are coming back to these 4 questions, and you are going to ask yourself, can you answer any or all of these questions using data? Because you are not going to do things with your head. You are not going to imagine. You are not going to presume. No, you are going to do things and back it up with data. So whenever whatever you said, you are going to back it up with data. When whatever you said, you are going to support it with data. So you are not just going to be saying things out of blue without backing it up with data. You must have something to back whatever you said with data. Okay, if I said, okay, there are 200 people that are studying medicine in maybe Unimed that are from Zamfara State, where is the data? How did I get the data? So you must back whatever you said with data. So that's how it works. So please take note on these 4 questions, because whatever we are going to do, whatever we are going to learn has to do with these 4 questions. So another thing we are going to discuss now, we are going to talk about why choosing data analytics career. Why do you choose it, or why are you choosing it? There is something I used to tell people, please, we are not trying to ask anybody to swap his profession, or maybe from medicine to come to computer, or from law to swap to computer, or from maybe education to come, or from physics to come to computer. No, stay where you are. But you need these skills, because this skill is applicable in every profession. And if you look at these 4 questions that we just answered, you can tell yourself that yes, these 4 questions can be answered in every profession that you know in the world. And that's why you are choosing this career. And that's one of the reasons why we are choosing this career. So let me tell you some of the 4 reasons why you choose this career. One, most demanded job in the world is this, because everything that you are seeing in the world has to do with data, and every data that these big tech companies and any company is collecting, they are translating that data and they are making informed decision based on the data collected. So that's why this job, anybody with the skills in this job, that's why whenever there is any vacancy and if any person has this talent, he's going to stand out in any field of study. Being a medical doctor, you have a skills in data analytics. Being a geographer, being a maybe who are you, engineer, whatever you think you are, even a school classroom teacher or a farmer, whatever you think you are, or whoever you think you are, if you have a data analytics skills, is something that will make you stand out. It means something that will make you stand out. And that's why it's one of the most demanded job in the world. Everyone is in need of it. Any organization, any industry, any way, they are in need of someone with this talent. They need someone with this talent in their team. Another thing is you can work anywhere. When you have this talent, forget it, you can work anywhere irrespective of what you studied. So you can master data analytics, and at the end of the day, you find out you study law, you find out yourself working with health, maybe with hospital, or you studied something that is irrelevant with whatever you think, and you might find out found yourself working somewhere that has nothing to do with your qualification. So it's because the profession is needed anywhere, and that's why you can work anywhere when you have that skills of data analytics. Another thing is very easy to start. Data analytics profession has no prerequisite. In as much as you want to learn it, you can learn it. It has no prerequisite. So I'm not going, it's not something that we are going to be told, no, you need to be in science class right from SS1 up till SS3. You need to understand physics, chemistry, biology, and whatever before you study. No, it has nothing to do with that. Data analytics is very easy to start. A primary school student can start learning data analytics. So it has nothing to do with your profession, your age, your qualification. Is very, very easy to start. And consider yourself as you are here today, you just started learning it today. So inshallah, after this 3 months at the end of this boot camp, you can tell yourself whether you are a data analyst or you are not, because believe me, you are going to become one within these 3 months if you put all the efforts that are needed in this boot camp. So it's very easy to start. Another thing also for this is high paid job. Is a high paid job. Data analytics is good because when you are working or anywhere you found yourself working as a data analyst, you're going to be treated very well. And believe me, your salary is going to be good. It's going to be awesome. And it's something that I believed is something that you can accept as maybe beginner or someone that just got a job. So don't worry, once you have it, you got the job in that, is something that you can chase and be happy with it. So these are the reasons why this data analytics profession is good. And as you can see, it has nothing to do with you changing your career from somewhere to some. No, you can stay where you are, remain who you are, keep practicing whatever you are practicing, but you can become a data analytics and you will have a profession, a career in that, and you can keep going and keep doing what you are doing. So let's just look at the journey of this data analytics. So number one, as you can just see, I put 1 and 2, is data collection and entry. So it's something that this journey started from data collection and entry, or you can say data gathering. So as a data analytics, you need to have expertise in how are you going to get a data. What are the data collection methodologies? What are the data collection tools? How are you going to collect a data? How are you going to conduct a survey? How are you going to conduct to create a questionnaire? How are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? Is something that you are going to learn. And how are you going to enter the data? Even after you collect the data, how are you going to enter it? All these are things you need to learn as a data analyst. And another thing is data cleaning and transform and formatting. We're going to talk about this also. Is another thing immediately after that data collection and entry is another thing that you are going to learn, which is has to do with data cleaning and data formatting. You are going to learn that also during the bootcamp. Another thing after that is data analysis and visualization. So under data cleaning and formatting, it has to do with all the transformation and whatever. Then you move to data analysis and visualization. That's where you analyze your data and you visualize your data also. So another thing, the final stage, which is data reporting and sharing. And this is where you are going to create a report, to write a report, and to share your report on your findings, on your analysis, on what you have discovered with the data. And this is the end of it. So immediately you answer that, either one of that 4 questions that we mentioned, immediately you answered it, you are done with your work. So for the act is for the stakeholder to go ahead and do what they can. You already tell them the truth. You just told them, okay, this is what will happen. If they fail to act on it, that's left to them. You are done with your work. That's for them to do. So these are the journey of it. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 8 of it. I just put two in one place, and it's something that at the end of this bootcamp you are going to learn all these 8 processes of data analytics. And another thing, we are going to talk about data analytics tools. Number one, we are going to we have Excel. All these are tools, are software that are used for data analytics. Some are only used for a particular purpose, while some are used for particular purpose. Because there are softwares that are used for data collection, some they are only used for data analysis, some they are only used for data visualization, some are only used for data collection, while others are used for all the processes that I had mentioned. So we have Power BI is tool, Tableau, SQL, Python, R, ODK, SPSS, data, all these are data analytics tools because they are used to conduct any of the data analytics processes. So, what to expect at the end of this bootcamp, which is final, the last thing we are going to talk about, what to expect is you are going to master number one, you are going to master Excel. Excel, the reason why you are going to learn it because it's one of the, I can call it the father of all these data analytics tools. Is one thing that you need to work on. You need to learn it because you cannot avoid it. Anywhere you find yourself, not in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, you cannot escape working with Excel. So please take care of that and focus more on it because you are going to learn it well. And we are going to also learn Power BI. Of course, the world is moving towards that. So before we reach that stage in Nigeria, of course, you need to learn that. So when we reach this stage, you already have a skill in it. And believe me, you will learn it. It's not something that big. So SQL also is something that you need to learn. You need to learn how SQL queries works. You need to learn how to at least understand the data in SQL, how to understand how to conduct some certain analysis in SQL, how to write some queries in SQL. You need to learn that because it's something that will complement you as a data analyst. It will help you a lot. Another thing you are going to learn is ODK. Open Data Kit also is something that you will learn because it's one of the commonly used data collection tools by organizations worldwide. All non-governmental organizations, whether local or INGO, they are all using open data tools. Most of them, almost all, they are using it all around the world. They're using it to collect data. And as a data analyst, you need to master it. You need to know how to work with it also. And the last thing we are going to learn, data PowerPoint, for you to write your report, for you to share your data analysis, for you to report your analysis using PowerPoint. So these are what we are going to discuss for today, and we're going to have a Q&A, that is question and answer. So for some of you that have question, please save your question. After 5 minutes, you can rejoin using this link. After 5 minutes, you can rejoin back again. Then we can have a question and answer and we can call it a day. So this is where I'm going to stop and we resume in 5 minutes and I take your questions and we can call it a day. Thank you so much for being here with us. After 5 minutes, you use the same link and you can rejoin, or I will share the link that you will join in the group. Don't worry, I will share the link. Any link I share, you can join with the link in the group. So see you after 5 minutes. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, this question that was asked, there is this question that was asked by Abdul Hamid. Yes, someone can work remotely as a data analyst. There are a lot of remote jobs for data analysts. And like I told you, if you are good enough in that, you showcase yourself, you are good enough. There are lots of people that I knew they got job as data analysts remotely also. So you can work remotely. You don't need to do it physical because it's a work that the only thing they will give you is the data. They'll just send the file to you. You work with the file. You send it back to them. That's how it works. So it has nothing to do with physical work. You can work remotely. So yeah, you can work remotely. Another question from Adamu Ibrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Does one need to have a PC or laptop for this training? Like I said, maybe you are not with us, but I said this. Yeah, one doesn't need to own. I use this the word on. You don't need to own a laptop. You don't need to own a laptop, but you need a laptop in order for you to join this training. Please, let me say this. No way you can join this training with your mobile phone. Don't tell me you are going to do everything with mobile phone. The first data we are going to give you your assignment, the data has about 80 to 90,000 rules in the data that you are going to have your first assignment. That is on Tuesday. You are going to have the data. How are you going to open that file with your mobile phone? No mobile phone can open that data for you. So you need a laptop. Even if you need to borrow it, please borrow it from someone. Okay, please, my brother, help me borrow this laptop with me. 2 hours per day, borrow it to me. I will practice something and give it back to you. Don't say that you don't have laptop, you are not going to learn anything. We all learn computer before we get our own laptops. So that's how we learn it. So I advise you, try as much as you can. Don't use your mobile phone for, you can, even if I say don't, oh, I say you should use you cannot even follow us with your mobile phone. So please try as much as you can to get a laptop. Even if you have to borrow it, please borrow it from whoever you can. Or if you can't borrow it, please take your 100 naira or 150 or 200, go to any cafe or any business center. Please pay them. Spend 2 hours, 1 hour on their system, practice and move. Please, you need a laptop. Yes, you need a laptop. That's it. Sir, is ODK harder than Excel? Sin is the most used by most companies. No, that's not the reason why it's commonly used by most companies. It's only tool for data collection. Is only used for data collection. So I'll explain that more for you to when we reach there. But ODK is only used for data collection. So the reason why all these organizations are using it is because they can go to remote areas where there is no network, and they can give their devices to people to collect data for them. They can track their geo coordinate, that is their locations. They can do everything for them, even without network and anything. That's why all these NGOs are using ODK. That's the only reason. It's just a data collection tool. That doesn't mean ODK is harder than Excel the way you said it. Please, please, it's not. It's not. No way. You can't even. You can learn ODK in 2 days now. In just 2 days, one day you can learn ODK. But Excel, no way. No way. You just keep learning. Excel, you cannot say you master it. Just learn what you learn and leave it there. Please say SQL is software like Excel. SQL is a programming language, it's not a software. It's a computer programming language on its own. It's not a software like Excel. So there are two different things. So one is software and the other one is programming language. Good day, sir. John late, but how is the time? Yeah, the time is 9 p.m. dot. Like I told you, the time is 9 p.m. dot. 9 p.m. dot will start the class up till the end. So if sometimes we finish everything before 9:40, we'll just answer the question and everything. We don't need to resume and continue. So we always start the class by 9 p.m. And like I said in the group, some of you that I added after I made that post, like I said in the group, we are going to have a class for 6 days. That is from Wednesday up till Monday. But Tuesday, every Tuesday is for individual assignment. It's free. Every Tuesday is off, no class. On Tuesday, no class. It's for you to do your individual assignment. Please make sure you are ready for this class right from today. I just give you a hint. The data you are going to start working with will carry about 90,000 rows. 90,000 rows is not easy. It's something that is more than a payroll of a particular state. So please make sure you are ready. Make sure you are following whatever we are doing. You are understanding what we are doing from day 1 up till day 6. And any individual assignment that we are giving you, any weekly assignment you are going to have, has to do with what we covered in 6 days. So everything we treated every day, we already have the assignment on the ground. So we have everything. We already created everything. It's just waiting for you. So every day we'll just drop it for you. You see it in your very respective emails. You just go ahead and start it. And I told you you have to submit your assignment 6 p.m. every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, you submit your assignment by 6 p.m. If you submit it after 6 p.m., you scored 0. Then we continue and we move. And we'll keep sending your score every this thing. Every Thursday, I believe you are going to see your score. You are going to see what you score. So good evening. Is there any possibility that the recorded video be sent to our mails? Please, I'm asking for that. That will miss the class. Yes. Yeah, I will give the recorded video to you so that you can watch it, for especially those that missed the class, so that they can watch the video, but I can't guarantee that to you. Let me say this to you. I cannot guarantee that, because sometimes we can finish a class, I forget to record it. Or sometimes I record it, the recording is very bad. You cannot hear it, you cannot listen it, and sometimes. But yeah, I'm recording every class and I will share the link with you to watch, especially if you want to maybe rewatch what we did, or maybe you need to revise some things. Yeah. You need more highlight, don't worry, I will share the video, you will read it again. The more highlight you see on 4 questions that data analysis used to answer, like I told you, is what happened, why did it happen, what will happen, and what can be done to change the future. It's all about descriptive analysis, diagnostic analysis, predictive analysis, and prescriptive analysis. Sorry, I didn't even talk about prescriptive. The prescriptive is what answered the question, what can be done to change the feature. So that's the prescriptive analysis. We all know what prescription is all about. A doctor writing a prescription for you. So you too, as a data analyst, you can write a prescription to stakeholders. After you analyze the data, then you write a prescription for them. So if I share the video, please, you can rewatch that. Then you have more understanding on it. While you are making your submission, you said anyone can learn data analytics, but at the end of the course, you said we'll need to be conversant with Excel SQL. Please, I need clarification. Yes, these statements are not even how can I even say, they are not even related. I say yes, anyone can learn data analytics. And I also said that you need to be conversant and you need to be well knowledgeable in Excel. I said that, yes, of course. So I don't think there is something, what clarification? Yeah, anyone can become a data analyst. And anyone that want to become a data analyst must learn these tools, especially Excel is something that you cannot escape it, especially Excel. You must learn Excel. That's one thing that I just want to tell you. SQL is just, I can just call it just like by the way. We are just learning it by the way, because sometimes you can learn it at the end of the day. There is no way, you are nowhere you are going to apply it. That's what SQL. But we are going to learn SQL at least. It's just a complement. SQL is just like a complement to you, so it's good to have something to know something in SQL to for you to call yourself a data analyst. So it's a very good thing for you to learn. I need more explanation. What can be done to change the yeah? That's why I said it's prescriptive analysis. That what can be done to change the so you prescribe. Okay, since this particular shop generated a revenue of 20,000. So they need to hire more staff, they need to produce more this, they need to do more this for them to generate more revenue. It's a prescriptive. You are prescribing what can be done to change their future revenue. So anything that you write in order for it to change everything, okay, maybe after the implementation of a particular project by NGO, they realized that they did not achieve that, they did not achieve the targeted number of people. So you as a data analyst, after you analyze their data, then you can say that, okay, so you need to expand your allocation. That is your side. You need to expand the program. You need to hire more staff. You need to hire this. You are prescribing to them after you understand the data of that particular NGO. Maybe they have low staffs, maybe they have low talented people, maybe they didn't conduct much activity, maybe all this is after you understand their data, then you prescribe that to them. That what can be done to change what, to change their feature implementation. And that's what it means. Some of we learn the programming language. Like I told you, it's not a must. What is must for you is to learn Excel and to master it. And of course, you are going to learn SQL. Also, you are going to learn it during this bootcamp. So get ready for that also. Good day, sir. While explaining, you mentioned descriptive and predictive. Please, can we have names of the rest? Yeah, I said descriptive analysis, predictive analysis, diagnostic analysis, and prescriptive analysis. And these are the questions that data analytics answered. What will happen is the descriptive analysis. Why did it happen is the diagnostic analysis. What will happen is the predictive analysis, and what can be done to change the feature is the prescriptive analysis. So please take note on this and you will learn more during this bootcamp also. Sir, after each class, can we have access to the recording, as that will enable us to practice more before the following class? Yeah, but I will not guarantee that, but yes, you can do that, and please make sure you learn it also. Someone is asking, can we learn SPS? No, we are not learning all the data analytics tools. There are many tools. I'm just teaching you the most important ones. That's all I teach you. I am teaching you those that will enable you to get a job. Please take note on this. I'm not going to train you on things that are not applicable in the real world. So that's why we are going to focus more on Excel, because in the real world, the 99% of the work of data analyst is Excel. 99%. So we are going to focus more on it. So SPSS is just for academicians, and if you want to learn it, please learn it. I have a video on it, SPSS. You can go and watch the video. It's only one video I did on SPSS. You can learn SPSS in less than 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour is not something big. So we are not treating all the data analytics tools. Please, we are not. We are treating the most important ones, and we are treating those that I believed will enable you to get a job and will help you to belong or to matter to any organization that want to hire you, or that you are going to do a maybe interview with them. Believe me, what you are going to learn is going to be 100% practicable, what all these NGOs are working with and what they are in need of, or what all these industries are using. So we're not going to go out of that. Anything that is not relevant, I'm not going to teach you that. I'll teach you things that are relevant to the real world. Can we get notes on the? No, I'm not giving any notes. Please, I'm sorry. I don't have handout. I don't have any notes. I'm teaching you by experience. That's why all this that I'm telling you all this by experience. You are going to learn everything. All the assignment I'm going to give you is going to be a real data. You will not know it's a real data, but it's a real data. We'll just change the figure, we change the names, and we give it to you. So that when you are at the interview, you saw something similar, you will recall that you did assignment related to that. So I don't have any handout to give you, please. How possible is it to get a job? You see, if you master it, you are good in it, you know how to advertise yourself. You believe me, hiring, there are lots of companies or LinkedIn. Sometimes they will even get in touch with you. And sometimes when you apply it, when you have the talent, you have the working experience. Because let me say something to you now. There are many of you that will expect that, okay, immediately, okay, after this bootcamp, after 3 months, okay, so immediately after July, when we are done, I'm going to get job in August. That's not how it works. Let me tell this to you. You need to get a working experience. That's why some of you, we are still in discussion with a lot of organizations and a lot of companies. We are going to place you on internship after this 3 month boot camp. I'm in discussion with a lot of organizations and a lot of companies and a lot of ministries. If they agreed, we will match you with them. You need to conduct at least, you need to have an internship with them to have experience, working experience. That working experience with your talent is what will get you a job. Even if you master it, you learn it, you know it. If you are at the interview, the only thing they want to hear is, where did you work before? What is your experience? You need to tell them. So please, you need to master this and you need to exercise. You need to at least work harder for you to build a career in whoever you want to be or whatever you want to do. Please take note on this. Take note on this, please. Yes. Okay. So I think this is the last question. 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 How to teach you how to advertise yourself? How to you know how to advertise yourself? I don't need to teach you that. You know what you did, and like I told you already. we'll try to see that we place some of you in an maybe internship that will help you to have hands-on training with a lot of maybe different organizations, different companies to work with their data. That experience is what will boost your CV. That experience is what will boost your career. And plus, all this weekly assignment that we are going to be giving you is something that you will be citing in your CV. Is part of the works that you have done, because we are going to give you a very big data and data that is, once you know how to analyze that data or you work on that data, it's an experience, it's a working experience that you can put it in your CV and you can use that as something that you did or a work that you have done by yourself. Especially your capstone project that you are going to have at the final of this is something also that you are going to use as part of your working experience. Even in your CV, you can use that also. So that's it, I think. Uh, yeah, you should keep praying for the internship. Like I told you, I'm still in discussion with some of them. So if we seal the agreement and they agreed, so after I train you people, then I will start dispatching you with this organization. It can be local organization, it can be international organization, it can be ministries, it can be other companies, private companies. Go there, work with their data, apply the knowledge you have here, and it will help. So you can even work remotely. Some of you that are not maybe within the state where maybe we get the agreement, you can even work remotely with these companies or with this organization. So you need to work hard, you need to apply your skills and what you learn in there. So I think I don't want us to take much of our time. It's already 1 hour 6 minutes. So I think it's time for us to call it a day. So thank you so much, and let's meet tomorrow so that we can continue from where we stop. And I think it's going to be a great journey for us to uh continue. So thank you so much. I can't see any question. I think we can call it a day. So good night to you all. See you tomorrow. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.